Hi, welcome to another episode of Silver Fox Scotland. The Greens have been pushing for a 4-day week for some time now, but a lot of people are resistant to it. Certainly Keir Starmer in London has said that it won't happen, and he's banning the 4-day week for the civil service. He says government runs 7 days a week. We can't be having the civil service off for nearly half of it. I kind of get it. On the other hand, having a third day of a weekend, so we work Mondays to Thursdays, having the Friday extended weekend would increase, I think, opportunities for the leisure industry. And also, of course, it would reduce the number of journeys people take to go to work each week as well. So there is that. You know, pluses and minuses. I'm not for or against it in any particular reason. You'd need to look. And I think it would be industry specific as well. But that's my tuppence halfpenny's worth. However, the SNP now are starting to be bounced into this position by the Greens. They've agreed to look into the possibility of introducing the 4-day week for Scotland. Now, how this would affect the civil service, which is controlled from London, I don't know. But if everyone else was getting a 4-day week and the civil service weren't, well, I think there might be problems. But it is something that they want to see and to look at. Now, at the moment, there are 2 groups of civil servants in Scotland that already do 4-day weeks. This is part of a trial pilot series. As the South of Scotland Enterprise and Accountancy and Bankruptcy, they both currently condense their working hours into 4 days with no loss of pay, which means, I think, that they were previously only working 80%. So perhaps if they found that they could do the same amount of work in 4 days as 5, then they were obviously overpaid. We need to claw that money back. Hey ho. But the big problem is productivity. Can it be maintained in a 4-day week? If you added the hours on, so instead of 5 times 8 days, 5 days times 8 hours. Do you know, sometimes thinking is hard, isn't it? Instead of having 5 days, 8 hours, you had 4 days, 10 hours. The same amount of work we get done, the productivity could maintain, except of course it won't, because when you work harder for a longer period like that, productivity declines. It's very complex. It needs to be looked at. I don't know what the solution would be, but I'm sure somebody will. But there we go. Unless there is a commensurate cut in pay, I think. Otherwise, you know, your productivity will suffer. But again, I'm not against it in principle. It all needs to be worked out. But I'd love to know what you think. So do let me know. Do let me know if you think it's a good idea, bad idea, what your pluses and pros and cons are, whatever. Thanks very much. And hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much. Bye.